You've been lied to. Every piece of advice about public speaking, breathe, slow down, make eye contact, practice in the mirror, all of it, technically correct, completely useless, because you did it. You practiced, you slowed down, you made the eye contact, and you're still freezing up, still hearing your voice shake at the worst possible moment, still watching someone less prepared, less experienced, walk into a room and own it, while you stand there wondering what they have that you don't. Here's what they have. They stopped following advice that sounds right, but changes nothing. 7 things. None of them are what you've heard before. And the last one is the one nobody talks about because it's the most uncomfortable. Let's go. Emails, presentations, texts you're nervous about. Read them out loud. Most people write for the eye. Sentences that look clean on a screen are a disaster when spoken. Clauses that stack, transitions that don't land, words that trip your tongue 3 times in a row. You'll never catch it reading silently. Your brain autocorrects as you go. Your mouth doesn't. Here's what surprises people the first time they try this. You'll edit immediately. Sentences that felt fine suddenly feel too long. Points that felt clear feel vague. You naturally shorten and sharpen. Not because you're trying to, but because your ear catches what your eye missed. Start tonight. Before you send any important email, read it out loud first. You'll rewrite at least 1 paragraph every single time. But this next one is gonna feel wrong. Do it anyway. You've been avoiding someone. The senior colleague who seems to have an opinion about everything. The client who never looks impressed. The person in the room who asks the hard questions. Start finding reasons to talk to them. Most people save their good conversations for comfortable people. People who laugh easily, who already like them, who won't push back. Those conversations feel great. They also teach you nothing. The people who intimidate you have high standards. You can't coast. You have to be precise. You can't get away with vague language or half-formed thoughts. They'll notice. That pressure is training. Here's the reframe. They are usually far less focused on you than you think. The intimidation lives entirely in your head. Find the person who makes you nervous. Go start a conversation. Keep it to 3 minutes if you need to. That's enough to start breaking the pattern. Do it enough times, and you'll stop dreading the hard room. You'll start craving it. But before we get to the one that changes everything, there's a habit killing your credibility right now in every conversation you're already having. Listen carefully the next time you're in a conversation that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Notice how your voice drops at the end of statements. Notice how your last few words come out quieter, faster, softer, like you're already retreating before you finish the thought. This happens because your brain has moved on. It delivered the point and is already preparing the next one. But your audience is still catching up to the last 3 words you swallowed. Every sentence you don't finish is a point that doesn't stick. The fix is simple. Commit to the last word. When you're speaking, stay with each sentence until the final syllable has fully left your mouth at the same volume you started with. Don't rush it, don't soften it, let it land. Strong finishes are what makes statements sound like statements instead of questions. They're what separate this person knows what they're talking about from this person is figuring it out as they go. Record yourself this week. Play it back at the end of a sentence. Did your voice drop? Did you speed up? Did you disappear before the period? Stay in the sentence all the way to the end. Now we're getting into territory most people never touch. This next one builds something that no technique can replace. Not, as Shakespeare said, blah, blah, blah. Nobody connects with that. An idea. A concept. A way of seeing something that most people haven't heard before. One per week. Learn it deeply enough that you could explain it to a stranger in 2 minutes. No notes. This does something most people don't expect. It gives you a vocabulary of thinking, not just a vocabulary of words. When you have a library of solid ideas in your head about psychology, history, how systems work, why people do what they do, you stop running out of things to say. You stop giving generic answers to interesting questions. You start connecting ideas across conversations in ways that make people lean in. The person at a dinner party who everyone quietly thinks is brilliant, they're usually not smarter than everyone else. They just have more interesting material, and they've thought about it enough to explain it clearly. Start this week. Look up the sunk cost fallacy. Learn it cold. Explain it to the next person who complains about a situation they should have walked away from months ago. Watch their face change. One idea per week. 52 a year. But none of it matters if you can't end a conversation cleanly, and almost nobody can. Most people are terrible at this. The long goodbye, the trailing so anyways. The 3 fake exits before the real one. It feels awkward to end things decisively, so people keep talking. And the longer they go, the worse it gets. Here's why this matters. The way you end a conversation is the last thing the other person experiences. It shapes everything they remember about the interaction. A sharp, warm, confident close makes the whole conversation feel sharper and more confident in retrospect. A mumbling, dragged-out ending does the opposite. It sounds like this. This was really useful. I'll follow up by Thursday. Or, good talking with you. I'll let you get back to it. Short, warm, final. No hedging, no, so yeah, I guess. Eye contact, one clear sentence, done. The person who can signal closure has enormous power in a room. In a meeting, a presentation, a sales call, people follow that lead without realizing it. Practice this in small moments first. The checkout line. A casual chat. Get comfortable walking away clean. But this next one is where it gets genuinely uncomfortable. This is the one that separates people who get a little better from people who actually transform. Pick an opinion you hold. A strong one. Something you defend in an argument. Now spend 5 minutes building the most convincing case against it. Not a lazy case, a real one. Find the best evidence. Find the smartest version of the opposing argument. Defend it like you mean it. This feels uncomfortable, that's the point. Most speakers are one-dimensional. They know their position, and they can explain it. But the moment someone pushes back, even gently, they crumble. Because they've never wrestled with the other side. They've only rehearsed agreement. When you practice arguing both sides, something changes. You start to hear your own arguments more clearly. You anticipate objections before they come. You stop being defensive because nothing surprises you anymore. You've already been there. The best debaters, trial lawyers, and speakers in the world do this constantly. They don't just prepare what they'll say, they prepare what the room will throw back at them. Practice this once a day. One topic, 5 minutes. Take the side you hate. Win the argument. Your real arguments will get sharper, guaranteed. And then there's the last one, the one that sounds the simplest, the one almost no one actually does. The average person prepares carefully for the moments they're worried about. The big presentation, the interview, the difficult conversation. And that preparation matters, but it creates a blind spot. You get good at performing. You don't get good at thinking on your feet, because the moment something unexpected happens, a question you didn't see coming, a topic that shifts sideways, a room that reacts differently than you planned, the prepared version of you has nothing left. The script ran out. Thinking on your feet is a skill, and the only way to build it is to practice without a net. Deliberately, regularly. This looks like Joining conversations where you don't know the topic yet. Saying yes to the last-minute speaking slot nobody else wants. Answering questions out loud before you've decided what you think. Every single one of those moments is terrifying. Every single one of them builds something that no amount of preparation ever will. Improvisation trainers call this yes and. Whatever the conversation throws at you, you receive it and build on it instead of retreating. You don't need the perfect answer. You need to be willing to engage with the question. That willingness, that readiness to be in the moment without armor is what people mean when they say someone is a natural speaker. They're not naturally good. They've just been uncomfortable so many times that discomfort stopped stopping them. Put yourself in the situation without the script more often than feels safe. That's where the real growth lives. None of these feel like speaking practice. That's exactly why they work. Reading out loud, chasing the uncomfortable conversations, finishing your sentences, building a library of ideas, ending cleanly, arguing the other side, dropping the script. Each one trains something most people aren't training, and that gap between what everyone practices and what actually works is the difference between someone who's decent and someone who's genuinely compelling. You don't have to do all 7. Pick one. The one that made you uncomfortable just hearing it. That's the right one to start with. Start this week, not next week, this one. And if you want me to go deeper on any of these, let me know in the comments. I'll go as far as you want to go.